How are
Hey,
you?
what's up, Greg? How you doing, brother?
Doing great. Great to see you.
From the D. I love, it's one of my favorite cities.
All right. Well, we look forward to having you come back, whenever everything is great and all that way.
I love it there, man. I made some of my best records in Detroit. So
Oh,
yes, I love it there.
great, great. Main question I really got to put out is
Hmm.
how is it that probably outside of just people who lived in Harlem back in 1969, no one had ever heard about this before? How could it be hidden for 50 years?
Yeah, I'll say that when I was approached in 2017 about this film, I wasn't 100% convinced that this happened. I mean, you're telling me that Stevie Wonder, Nina Simone, Chambers Brothers, Ray Barretto, Hugh Masekela, like gospel artists, Edwin Hawkins, all these people gathered in Harlem the summer of 1969, 300,000 people seen it, and it was documented, and people said, no, this is not, we're good, we'll pass. That was mind blowing to me. This really could have changed lives. When I was reading Prince's autobiography at the same time, and he tells the story about when he was 11, his father went to take him to see Woodstock,
Okay.
and how that changed his life at the age of 11. I just thought, like, man, like, imagine all the musicians in the Black community who were my age at the time. We could have used this film.
Right.
As our jumping point. Like, luckily, like, I still found my creativity in music. But it's 50 years later, and I feel like this film is just as potent and powerful as it ever was, and it can still work its magic.
Absolutely. And like you said, just thinking about the lineup, I mean, Sly and the Family Stone, Mahalia Jackson, Staple Singh, all these people.
Right.
Today, this would be like a $20,000 per ticket, to go see it. It was free. Wow.
Yeah, it's for me, um probably the most important aspect of the fact was that these people did this from their hearts.
Yeah.
I've seen the contracts, and I was like, wow, I could have got Sly and the Family Stone to play my backyard. Like, like, I showed the contracts in the movie, and it's like, wow, Sly and the Family Stone was $2,500 back in 1969. Like, I could have did that. But the thing that was important was that these people came together to lend their talent and to use their voice, and that's the one thing I want people to get when they're watching Summer of Soul, especially with the younger generation, people younger than me, that are now living in the same conditions that were happening in '69. History has a tendency to repeat itself, and if we're not careful, history will always continue to repeat itself. So, if anything, I feel like this film could be a paradigm shift in making sure that artists realize the power of their reach and their voice.
Absolutely. Questlove, thank you so much. I could talk to you for hours, but I really appreciate your time and really enjoyed your movie. Thank you
Oh,
so
thank you
much.
so much. I'm glad you received it. Thank you so much.
You got it. Look forward to seeing you back here in Detroit.
I can't wait to come back. I can't wait.
Hi, Greg. How you doing?
Oh my goodness, I am in just pure heaven being able to just talk to you two. This is so great. I like most people, I just even have to geek out just to begin. I've been a fan forever, and we love playing your music all the time here in our home. So
thank you.
And we appreciate
we
you
appreciate
playing our
that.
music.
That's for
Thank
sure.
you so much.
oh, absolutely. And just starting out with this movie, I'll start with you, Marilyn. How is it it happened 50 years ago, and you look at the caliber of people who were there, but this wound up just being, when I say somewhat, buried for 50 years until now. That's just unbelievable, isn't it?
It's shocking, isn't it?
Yes.
It really is shocking. But but we feel like it was lost until such a time as this, because when Questlove found it and realized what a special piece of material he had, and realized how important it was, then he was able to put it together and present it in a way that the world sees it for the value that it is. And it's important because it gives us a chance to show through his film and through our project Blackbird that we have to all come together and understand one another and appreciate one another and realize that we are really more together when we can respect each other's cultures, our backgrounds, the things that we contribute to our country as our own history, and it's all of our history, because anything that comes from the United States is American history.
Right. Absolutely. And like I said, so many great stories we find out in this movie. In fact, one of the biggest ones, Billy, think about it. If you hadn't have left your wallet or lost your wallet, music
That's a great story, Greg.
changed.
Never would have had Aquarius Let the Sunshine In, right?
Right.
That's a really good
you know,
voice.
it's a great story. It's too long to tell now, but
Right.
but you're right. But one of the great things about that footage is that when I think about it, it's all the people and the stars that were on that footage. When you see it, a lot of those stars were just beginning to see Stevie Wonder at such a young age, and all these people became very famous. And to see it now in 2021, and to see, and most people know these people now. You know, they know what they've done, and it's just this is going to be a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing for it to be found and to come out.
Absolutely. And speaking of coming out, you guys have a new album coming out. Tell us a little bit about that.
That's right. That's right. It's called Blackbird, Lennon McCartney Icons.
Oh,
Yes.
wow.
Right.
I don't know if you can see this, but here's a picture of me and Paul McCartney over my shoulder. So I
Oh
will
my
really?
gosh.
definitely.
Oh, that's beautiful. And again, it's an opportunity for us to take some of the beautiful Beatles music and the time some of those songs were written way back in the late 60s. But you know, it is still very pertinent. It's very important, and the message is still very powerful today, just like Questlove's film is very powerful today.
Yeah, you know, Blackbird was a civil rights anthem that John and Paul wrote years ago, and so now we've taken it and used it for a human rights movement.
That's right.
Because that's what we need. It's not about, it's human rights is what we're concerned about.
That's for sure. Oh my gosh, we could talk for hours, but thank you both so very, very much for your time. I mean, this has just been such a great pleasure. And thanks for being here with me in my basement. I wish I could actually have you over here in the basement.
Okay.
More, but
Thanks.
Thanks.
you.
Good talking.
great talking to both of you. Take care.
All
Bye-bye.
righty.